Good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for being a part of this amazing Learning Bite session for 20 minutes. We're going to have an extraordinary time together. But before we get there and before we learn this new topic today, I want to thank you very much for partnering with us and enjoying this learning as much as I enjoy teaching this every day. I am a firm believer that great learners are the most successful people in the world. And I was reading a quotation by Henry Ford, and he beautifully says, anyone who stops learning is old, whether this happens at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps on learning not only remains young, but becomes constantly more valuable, regardless of physical capacity. Becomes more valuable for the organization, more valuable for the family, and more valuable for the whole world. So big thanks to you for being a part of this great learning journey. And as we talk, I must share with you, this quarantine hasn't really affected my learning at all because I spend a lot of time reading great books when I'm home, preparing notes, and getting ready to speak to wonderful people like yourself. My dear friends, it's my great honor and pleasure to welcome you once again to this amazing program. Today, we're going to talk about something very amazing. Now, the title of the workshop today is The Brand You. Now, when I look at brand you and when I talk to you brand you, let me ask this question. I am sure there are some people in this world, all right? There are some people in this world who you really admire a lot, and they are the showstoppers. They are the life of every party. People who you look up to, wow, this person is amazing. I was talking to a friend of mine and he said, I have this guy in my team. Everybody knows him. His name is Mohit. Now, what is so great about Mohit? Oh, Mohit is one of the most popular personalities in the entire office. Everyone knows him. We represent the quality team, but no one knows us just as the fact that we are a quality team together, but everyone knows him. So when people ask him, hey, do you know somebody in quality? Oh, are you talking about Mohit's team? Mohit is amazing. He is a brand. He is extraordinary. Now, what is so great about Mohit that has inspired everyone and that creates him or makes him as a brand, right? We're going to talk about how one can become a great brand today. Now, why am I telling you this? Is because I want you to become more successful in your life. And when you become a brand, there are a lot of people around you who get you a lot of success, support, and you become very popular and famous. And therefore, today, I'm going to talk about some ideas which will help you become a great brand. In a one single way, who is a brand? If I was to ask you the brand you, how do you define this term brand? You have a lot of people around, there's so many people working there, and there is a lot of people in the organization or in the world for that matter. But who becomes a brand? One who becomes a brand is somebody who has moved out from the thought process of being anyone to someone. So transforming from that anyone to someone is a brand. Where you become an authority, people look up to you, and you are someone who really get a lot of admiration from people all over. Oh, this person is amazing. Mohit is fantastic. Every time you speak to Mohit, you feel so awesome. A lot of people know him. Today, we are so popular because Mohit has got us that respect in our department, in our company. He's so amazing. So there's something very special about this so-called Mohit that makes him a brand. How many of you are excited to become a brand? All right, I know you're excited. So let's get ready. Today, I bring to you the brand you, 4 awesome qualities to become the brand you. How can you become the brand that is admired most by people? All right, let me start this. Let me start this with a very simple thought process. I'm sure everyone in your family, there's somebody at least in your family who's extremely popular, all right? And when you look at this person, you feel so charged up, so amazing, so fantastic, because this person has got certain inherent qualities that everyone admires about him. You go to a party, this guy is the life of the party. You speak to him, you feel very charged up and motivated. Or you think about him and you feel so happy. Or when he is a guest in your family, you are like so excited. You really want to take a lot of advices from this person. He is really spectacular. Be it family or office, there's someone like this that you really admire a lot, okay? Now, what is that first thing that we learn from that person? The first and the most important quality, if you want to become a brand, is this. You need to become likable. You need to become someone that people like a lot. And that's extremely important. And that's called become likable. Now, how can you become likable? You become likable when you are a self-starter. You go and you personally go and meet people. So if you want to be likable, the first thing is you got to have a lot of friendly gestures when you're with people. Smile, look good, make sure you take proactive steps to meet other people. And a very important point all over the time is display energy and enthusiasm. Energetic people are by default liked by a lot of people because they have a lot of passion. They have that fighter's spirit. So I'm sure you're going to be very likable and you'll be proactive in taking initiatives to going and meeting a lot of people. All right. That was the first thing I wanted to share with you. Become likable. Your likability makes you a brand. Here comes the second and a very important tip. Now, my friends, comes with a story. It's a story of one of my most amazing leaders who I really look up to as a role model. Let me share with you the story. So my dear friends, I'm talking about one of the most amazing leaders of our Indian beautiful continent, Mr. Ratan Tata. Let me tell you something about him. Mr. Ratan Tata did not start being a part of the Tata Group as a CEO or chairperson. He joined at a very, so to say, starting kind of a position with a small Tata Group company. And when he joined, because he was somebody who was always with people, would like to interact with people, he was admired and respected a lot. And there is an incident I was reading about him that they were traveling from Mumbai to Nasik. And there was an ambassador car long back, and there were 4 people traveling, a driver and 3 other passengers. He was one amongst the passengers. Halfway through the journey, the car had a flat tire. So all the passengers, they thought it's a much awaited break and the driver is there to replace the tire. So the driver got busy replacing the tire and the other passengers moved out and they were busy chit-chatting with local villagers, finding a local chaiwala and maybe enjoying a smoke. Now, where did Ratan go? Was he with the smokers? Was he with the villagers? Was he with the chaiwala? Well, none of this is right. When they came back after 20 minutes, they found Mr. Tata was helping the driver in changing the tire. And when the car tire changing process ended, he had his hands all greased up. So he washed his hands and he was the last one to board the car. And the other 2 passengers had already boarded, right? He was the last one. And when the car started, they asked him, "Hey Ratan, why did you help the driver? It is his job to fix the tire. You should have been with us. We had a good break." You know what he said? He said, if we all are on a mission right now, and if one initiative can help all of us achieve our mission faster, I would like to be the first person to take that initiative so that we all can achieve our goals and missions faster. That makes him who he is right now, a popular, respected brand, Mr. Ratan Tata. And one great quality we learn with him is take initiative. Wherever you are, in your society where you live, in your community where you are, office where you are, do something spectacular. And when you take initiative, someone who takes initiative becomes a brand by default. Now, I'll give you an example, very simple example. I live in a society here and somebody called Rajat took an initiative to make sure that he collects all that he possibly can to help people who need more ration and more supplies in this lockdown time. And he added a lot of things that we can do in the WhatsApp group that we have in our society complex where we live. And we all are supporting him a lot. But he took initiative. Rajat is someone tomorrow we always look up to and we always admire him as a good brand because he did something which none of us thought of, right? And we are all partnering with him. That's a different story. But he started. So the point that I'm trying to share with you is if you want to be someone who takes initiative, please do this. The first thing is become a problem solver. People who take initiative, they are quickly working on solving a problem. You see there is a need in your department, in your function, that you can speed up the turnaround time of a particular system or process. Speed up. Take some initiatives there. You want to achieve customer delight and you have beautiful ideas that you can probably start working on. Go to your superiors and tell them, hey, I was thinking that we could probably do the following 3 things and I researched and I found out these are good ways to make customers happy. Take that initiative and go and please submit your thoughts to them. Do something great. Support people. You see somebody is in need right now in your team. Probably he needs that support at this moment. And you can possibly help him grow faster. And in the whole process, you will be admired. You will be respected more. And you will in turn become a great brand. So my second submission to you is take initiative to become a brand. Here comes the third one. And I'm going to share the third one with a story again. Now, this is a story of a courier company. And we all understand that the courier companies who manage a lot of boxes and couriers, they really do a great job. Now, this courier company had a very important parcel to be picked up. So the rider goes there, picks up the parcel, starts the motorcycle, and starts heading on to the airport, because the airport has a flight that needs to have the parcel, and then eventually it has to take off. And he knows if the flight is missed, the next flight is next day. So there will be a delay in delivery. So he's playing his best game. He's riding his motorcycle, and unfortunately, he turns. And unfortunately, when he turns, he slips. The motorcycle slips, and his right knee gets badly injured. Imagine blood gushing out everywhere. This guy's in terrible pain. People stop their cars and they offer help. The first thing he does is he checks his watch. My God. And in the 40 minutes, the flight takes off. One stranger on the street offers help and says, can I take you to the hospital? He makes a quick calculation and says, I don't think I'll have time to get to the hospital, get treatment done, and get to the airport. So he makes the biggest decision. And he requests people to help him get the motorcycle. He rides the motorcycle, goes straight right there to the submission counter, submits the parcel, and unfortunately faints because the body had lost blood. 3 hours later, when he regained consciousness in the hospital, a few colleagues were there. And one colleague said, hey, come on, you could have just dropped the parcel and got yourself treated in the hospital. Why did you take that extra effort? You could have left the box there. You know what he said? He said this golden statement. He said, my friend, I'm so sorry. Don't get me wrong. But for you, it was a box. For me, it was my responsibility. How can I leave my responsibility unattended? Such a beautiful message, my dear friends. This is one of my most profound stories. Now listen, I am never telling you that you should take this risk ever in your life. If you need some help, of course, get yourself treated. That's the first thing you should do. Full stop. But this story has a learning for us. The learning is, in pleasant times, in a difficult time, look after yourself. In pleasant times, when you really, really have things to deliver, things to kind of submit to people, how can we afford to be late? How can we afford to be not punctual and disciplined? So the point that I'm trying to bring out is, guys, please understand, if you really want to be somebody who's admired most, be a responsible person. So be responsible in what you do. Deliver your promise on time. Become a dependable person. People look up to you and say, wow, once the work is given to Tarun, just rest assured, Tarun always delivers before time. He is fantastic. And here's my last submission on the same line. Offer support to your seniors. People are responsible. They always go and further speak to the senior and they ask them, you know what, I think I'm done with my work. Is there something more that I could do right now? Because we really have to make sure that we achieve our goals. So do something little extra, right? And that makes you a very responsible person, very committed person. And in turn, you become a brand. All right. That was my third submission to you. Be responsible if you want to be a great brand. I'm going to now talk about the fourth very interesting quality of people who want to become a great brand, just like yourself. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, you're ready. Good. Here's the fourth one. Let me tell you this. Now, different people in this world have different thought process about themselves. I've seen a lot of people, and a lot of people in this world, when they are on a challenge or they're about to start something, they use self-defecating statements. Statements like, I can't do this. I feel like, I'm good for nothing yet. I'm just very useless in my life. When it comes to doing something, I always fail. Now, they use these self-defecating statements to themselves. Listen very carefully. If you are not branding yourself strongly internally, you can't brand yourself strongly externally. Your internal branding, yes, your internal branding is more important than external branding. You have to brand yourself internally, and you have to lift up your self-image. The fourth point is improve your self-image. What you feel about yourself has to improve. Your internal branding has to improve. So my submission to you is, please stop We all have done that at one point of time in our life. Stop using self-defecating statements. I can't do this. I am not good for it. I don't think I can. I don't think I can drive. I don't think I can work on the Excel file. I don't think I can create a creative presentation. I don't think I can create that poster. You can. Of course you can. You are a superstar in yourself. Your self assurance for yourself has to be 100 on 100. If not you, then who? You can, of course. Yes, absolutely you can. So instead of using self-deprecating statement, please use statements like, we call them self-assuring statements. I trust my capabilities. I will learn and do this. I can try this, and whenever I try something, I do a great job. I will continue to learn and continue to grow. I trust myself. I trust my capabilities, and I'm ready to take support from people wherever required. But yes, I will do that. I am a fighter. Once I decide, I deliver. Now, this is called the statement that you should be using for yourself to brand yourself internally very strongly. Always remember, the quality of our life is directly proportional to the quality of the words that we use while describing ourselves. Okay, so remember, you have to describe yourself with assuring words, strong affirmations, and create a positive self-image about yourself. Yeah. So my dear friends, that was the fourth submission I had for you this afternoon. Let's quickly revise. We learned 4 qualities. How many? 4 qualities. Yes. We learned 4 qualities on how to be a great brand together. The first one, come on, think the first one. Yes, you said it. Thank you. The first one is become likable. Likeable people really are very popular. They have a great brand. Go proactively meet people, become likable. The second very important is take initiatives to grow. When you take initiatives, you earn trust of people and you really have better ways to grow together. All right. The third is be committed. Yeah. Be responsible. Responsible people, committed people, dependable people become a brand faster. And the fourth, always ensure you have a great self-image. So improve your self-image by using self-assuring words and statement. Don't use self-defecating words and statement. Here was the fourth thing we learned together. My dear friends, I'm sure you enjoyed this session as much as I enjoyed speaking to you on the fact on how you could become a great brand. Always remember, my dear friends, always remember, as a champion, you have to have that spirit about yourself. You are a champion. You are born a champion. Honestly, you are born unique. You are born a brand naturally. There's no one like you in this world. You are truly the best. You are truly the champion. Stay happy, stay strong, stay positive, stay together, stay forever. You are a brand now, tomorrow, and forever. Friends, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I know you had a great time listening to me as much as I enjoyed speaking to you. Friends, once again, a big thanks for being a part of this lovely journey. I wish you lots of happiness, lots of success, and I'm always with you in life, whenever, wherever, and forever. Thank you once again. God bless you and have a great time ahead.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Never thought a virtual session can be so interactive. I think in this tough time, we are realizing there's so many things to be done out of office. We just have to keep our mind open and heart open and be motivated, as you said. Thank you so much for the...
Ashish ji, Vinay, Benji, Subrat, it was a great learning, and as I already said, the forum is very participative, and I'm sure this will go a long way in resulting into good numbers in your performance.
Maintain to have your attention and concentration, and Ashish, you were as amazing as ever, okay? And it has been a wonderful relationship over these years. You have understood us so well, you understand this industry so well, and we connect so well to translate. So the bigger happiness is that when we discuss this concept, I remember it's only yesterday I discussed with Mr. Katnar and with Mr. Benzi, and today we have such a fine output of that. It's not easy overnight. I think it is amazing work by the team, and thank you so much, Ashish, for all the inputs. And I'm sure the team is going to make the best use of these inputs, of though a short session, but key learnings. It's not important that whether the session is long. It is more important what you have picked up from that, and how well do you put it across in your daily work, in your personal life, in your work life. Amazing. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish. Thank you very much for a wonderful session. Lot of energy as usual, and we saw the best of you today again, and some very insightful, focused tips. And I'm very sure that the team is going to make the best application of these tools. And very interesting and focused workshop.
Thank you, Ashish.
Thank you so much, Claude. Thank you so much, NZ, and thank you very much, all my superstars. Look forward to
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Samya, for getting all of us together